Hi, my name is Katie, and my husband and I have been sending John to Joy Summer Camp for probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 years now. And John has different needs, and we have found that at the summer camp he is not only welcome and included, but from time to time different accommodations might be necessary for him, and we feel very comfortable having an open relationship with everyone here at the camp and asking for whatever it might be that would make our son more comfortable and able to thrive. And what we like most about the summer camp, I would say, is there's a very good variety of activities throughout the day and the week. I think that it is absolutely one of the best camps in the area, and I feel that there's also a good small community. The ratio of camp counselors to children seem to be very comfortable. All the counselors know all of the kids, even though they have different groups that they belong to, according to age, or I think it's by a grade level. But our son comes home telling us stories about not only the activities they do, but the other children that he's met, unique, fun, creative things that they do during the day. One thing that has stood out to me is every day the camp has shout-outs at the end of the day, where the counselors are able to recognize certain things that the children have done, or acts of kindness to the other campers. And my son really looks forward not only to getting a shout-out every now and then, but to telling me who got the shout-outs that day and remembering exactly what they did. So I think that there is a significant leading by way of example here. I see it in the counselors, I see it in the other children, and in the examples that they draw attention to from what the other children are doing too. I think this is one of the very, very well organized camp with good activities, on time, reliable, and most importantly, I think that my son is learning not only how to have a great time over the summer, but he's also learning some very basic lessons about kindness and friendship, helping each other, and not necessarily always following exactly the types or the age groups that all of the different kids are in. It's a very big, cohesive group. Inclusion is about not just talking the talk, it's about walking the walk, and I feel that everyone here is not only included, but all the children are brought into the different activities and field trips and classes, etc. And I think that the deliberate actions to make everyone feel welcome, whatever it is that might be necessary, is really important. And I know that my son has thrived here and has learned all the lessons that I really hoped that he would learn this summer.
Awesome.
Okay.
Have you noticed, I guess, a change in his behavior, or have you noticed anything as far as when he comes home from camp, or in the morning getting ready for camp?
Oh gosh, he's on fire
any
trying
of
to
those
come
kind
here.
of
Yeah.
things would be.
Okay. Every night after dinner, as we're getting ready for bed, John begins telling me many of the camp rhymes that he's learned, or about the different kids who got shout-outs that day. He lives and breathes camp after it ends and well before it begins the next morning. He talks about the different counselors and when their birth dates are, and whether they'll be there that day, and what their camp pretend name is, and often many of what the other students are. Just recently we were out at dinner in the community and another child recognized John, and they ended up going outside and playing together, and it was really fun to see how excited they were to run into each other outside of camp and then go and play together. But I have never seen, with my son, and he's 9.5, I've never seen any other out-of-school activity have this much of an impact on his daily life, what it's become for him. And I know he'll be looking forward to it and talking about it for a long time this fall, and waiting anxiously for it to begin again next June.
Awesome.
As the parent of a child with special needs, you're always looking for the right fit, whether it's a class, in lessons, or in this case, a camp. Inclusion is more than just something we talk about as a learning, a teaching technique, or something that we talk about wanting to do. Inclusion has to be a practice. Inclusion is bringing people together with different needs or different backgrounds or whatever it might be, and really embracing that person, making sure that they're welcome and most of all treated equally and with their same age peers. And here at Joy Summer Camp, I feel that my son John was completely included. He was then able to really participate in all of the activities. He was able to meet friends and take away the same lessons and really access the camp, where I know in some other situations, if our son wasn't able to participate, he would be left out. And at this camp, that is not that's never what happens. It's a fluid, more of a fluid practiced camp where there seem to be different modifications that are made for all the kids, not just my son. I feel that my son is able to do everything here that any child can. I don't feel that it is even obvious the way that some accommodations may be made for him that are not made for others. Most importantly, though, the philosophy of inclusion is something that if people embrace it, then it's something that we can really see in how they practice and how they run their community. That is very obvious that it's happening here at Joy Summer Camp. So I would encourage anyone whose child may need a little bit of different guidance or still want to access all of the wonderful things that summer camp provides, I would strongly recommend this camp.
Awesome.
No, there's got to be something else that I'm forgetting that I'll think of tonight.